I am not thinking in it because I know 30 matches is going to be very difficult, and we are not contender. Of course, if we are in the day 35, like now, maybe I can speak differently. How we are now, I am so proud of the players, how they are taking the challenges we are sending in the dressing room. But is the reality. The reality is everything we are achieving, but the reality as well is the difficulties we are going to face. And Premier League is very difficult, and our target in 38 matches will see it. But of course, now we are feeling good and feeling strong and feeling comfortable in the position we are.
First of all, congratulate Villa because they are a really good side and they are really good at what they do. We had some difficulties in the first half, especially with very unusual giveaways that we have given after regaining the ball, which is a really dangerous moment against them. And in the second half, we started really well, much more positive. We generated chances, scored the goal. And my feeling was that we were going to go and win the game. And we could have lost it before, again, with two very dangerous individual giveaways. And we didn't. We had two chances to score. The last one went the ball across Declan, and we didn't capitalize on that. And the next goal kick long goes there. Second ball, we put it away for a throw-in. They play fast. A lot of chaos in the box, and they managed to put the ball in the top corner. Today, the result could have been different. The reality is not, and that's the step that we have to make. I mean, we've been 18 games unbeaten, and still we are there, very close to each other. And that's the level of the league, and we know that. That's the opportunity that we had ahead of us, and that's it. Now it's time to bounce back. They have given me all the right reasons to think that we're going to continue to perform at the same level, because what the boys tried to today again with the schedule that we had, it was amazing. So move on.
Move on, says Mikel Arteta. I mean, on a serious note, Arsenal have been brilliant all season, so I'm not going to take that away from you at all. There is a message in for you. It says, from Nikki B, how much are we missing Gabby and Saliba right now?
Oh, massively. They're probably the best partnership in the world. They've got speed, strength, they read the game really well, they complement each other really well. So, yeah, I mean, of course we miss them. But ultimately, you still got some top defenders that stepped in. So we're not going to make that excuse. Arsenal can't make that excuse. Timber stepped in there. Nkapé plays very well of late. So it's disappointing. It's very disappointing. I feel like there were some changes today.
Arteta got it. You felt he didn't get it quite right in the starting 11.
I just felt, I mean, especially the Trossard one, I feel like if you can come on at half-time, you can start the game. And Trossard's been in fantastic form. I mean, I know he scored today, but he scores really important goals for us. But also, he's a very good team player. He does a defensive work. He gets up there and supports really well. And when he's not playing at the moment, Arsenal miss him. So I was disappointed that he didn't start. And then I was disappointed that Eze didn't play as that number 10. Yes, Odegaard's fit, but I feel like you need to work your way back in the team. It's not a case of if he's fit, he plays, because he's not like better than everyone else. This is not Messi we're talking about. Yeah. We're talking about Odegaard. I just felt that Arteta didn't need to shuffle the team that much today.
All right, OK. Let's turn our attention to Nick, who is an Arsenal fan who joins us now live. Good to see you, Nick. I mean, I know you're probably not having a great day, but the fact that City won as well, and quite emphatically, and are now just 2 points off you, how worrying actually is today's result?
I'm not that worried.
Okay.
Look, obviously, we were worried about City. Everyone has to be worried about City. But you're going to all hear all this kind of bottle job thing about, even our own fans are talking about it. But I'm not listening to that nonsense. I don't think it's a time to panic. We've gone away to a team who are performing very well. And as big of a squad we've got, everyone's going to miss your two. We've got three of our first choice centre-backs that were out. So it's always going to disrupt the flow. It's not an excuse. But it's a big loss, and we looked a little bit shaky, apart from maybe 15, 20 minutes in the second half. And you know what? Even though we weren't playing well, in the last 5 minutes, we could have actually still won that game. So I don't think it's time to overreact.
You still won it, or
sorry, Nick, I can't help you there, mate. It wasn't a good performance.
It wasn't.
I think we looked fragile. I mean, there was Watkins that could have scored early on. That could have made it, even worse. I don't think that we attacked very well. I mean, I know that Saka, that the goal that Eze scored, that's offside, but we didn't get into many positions like that where what you expect from Arsenal's attacking players. And for me,
But
that's
Jay,
frustrating. Yeah.
yeah, but Jay, of course, we weren't. I'm not sitting here to say we weren't good at all, but it was still 1-1 with 2 minutes to go, and a cross came in from Rice. What I'm saying is, you just don't know. Football's fine margins, and I think if they were that much better, they should have smashed us, but they didn't. So I'm not overreacting. That's all I'm saying. It wasn't
Yeah,
good.
I agree, Nick. I
One thing
agree. I'm just saying, for me, there's a little concern because there's going to be injuries throughout the season, and I don't think Arsenal can say after spending £1 billion, oh, but we've got Gabriel and Saliba out. Most teams will have to deal with losing their best players. Every team does. Right? And all I'm saying is, it's not just the back line. We didn't create hardly anything today. And that's a problem for me because you got the likes of Saka, you got Odegaard who come in today. Declan Rice has been fantastic. I've never got a bad word to say about Declan Rice because he works really hard up and down. For me, he's the unnamed captain. He leads by example all the time. Zubimendi's been fantastic this season, but we looked really blunt in attack. That's a problem.
Is it just a bad day, though, Nick? Every team can have a bad day, right?
Yeah, but we haven't scored many goals in open play, and to me, that's a bit of a concern.
Well, I tell you my real worry. This is my real worry, right? Because it's been a bad couple of weeks as well. I don't know if it's the elephant in the room behind closed doors, but the state of us by this time every season, given we've probably got the best squad, as you say, in the league, how is it that so many of our players either are looking leggy or they're on a treatment table at this stage of the season every season? Every team in the Prem that's in Europe has played the same amount of games as us. Why is it we seem to run out of steam by December and also got so many of the same soft tissue injuries? Is it something we're doing in training? I did read a post that, in 90 minutes we run the most kilometres. So that's one thing.
Mm-hmm.
But
that's not.
Is the training too intense?
I mean, you should be working really hard. Players should be conditioned.
Yeah, but equally Nick's got a point
output.
because City get it absolutely spot on, don't they?
Yeah, but they don't.
Galloping in from January onwards.
Yeah, but they've had injuries as well from the beginning of the season. But listen, at the end of the day, as a footballer, you are going to get injuries. That's what pre-season is for. Pre-season is to condition your body. You train twice a day and you play pretty much every other day, right? And you condition your body. You are going to pick up injuries. It's just unfortunate sometimes. Yes, there are some soft tissue issues. Pardon?
We look leggy as well at this stage every season. It's not just the injuries.
Again, I said the same thing. It just seems like Arsenal start the season really well and it gets to the kind of now situation and then there is concerning performances, let's say. I'm definitely not panicking and say, oh, here we go again. I'm not saying that. But
Nick already said that at the beginning. Your own fans are starting that dialogue. Look, there's a question into you there, Jay, from Roy. Do you not think Arsenal need to change manager if Arteta can't get this over the line this year? What do you both think? Jay first.
You'll put me on the spot here. I mean, I definitely would entertain it if there was a top manager available. If we're talking about a Luis Enrique, someone like that, then I would entertain a conversation.
Nick,
but I'm definitely not going to say.
Come in.
I'm definitely not going to say right now if he doesn't win the title, he needs to be sacked definitely. But there is a conversation to be had because when you spend that much money. And you've got a strong squad. We've got the depth. Arsenal have got the depth, and then you don't go and win the league.
But they're coming second all the time. They're doing all. Nick, come in. Go on.
I can't entertain that narrative anymore. I can't. I really can't. What he's done for us, I just can't entertain that because, look, I get it. It'll be disappointing. But you've got to question the players as well in this as well. It's his first ever job as a manager. He's done really well. I think he's going to be one of Europe's top coaches. It took Ferguson 7 years to win it. He's only just got his squad this season. He should win it. I think he will. If he doesn't, I will be very disappointed. I can't have this Arteta out nonsense.
Yeah, but Nick, one thing I will say, I'm not saying Arteta out. Let me just be clear on that. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying there is a conversation to be had at the end of the season. If you don't win the league, that's one thing. If you end up finishing third, that's another conversation. But all I'm saying is, with the money with the money Arsenal have spent, I don't care about what he's done. I care about now. Arsenal need to perform now. I don't care about 5 years ago, taking us from 8th to 5th to 1st. I don't care about none of that. It's about now, Nick. You have to understand that. You always have to update your resume. You can't be in a comfort zone. And there is a conversation to be had if that does happen at the end of the year.
We're top of the league. We're sitting top of the league. We've got Wolves next. We've got 3 out of our 4 December games at home, and one of them's Aston Villa, by the way. And you saw with Chelsea like a week ago. Chelsea were our biggest title contenders. Where are they now? Everything can change very quickly.
They weren't never title contenders for me, Nick. They were there.
Yeah, I know.
They were there, but they're not title contenders yet.
Wasn't it?
Yeah. But here's a question I have for you, Nick. I'd like to ask you this question. Do you think Arteta made the right decision bringing Odegaard straight back in? Or do you think that he should have started Trossard? Because if Trossard can come on at half-time, that means he's fit to play.
Trossard, for me, is one of my favourite players. Yeah. I think Trossard should have started, but he went off injured, remember? So he probably wasn't 100%, and he probably shouldn't have started or even come on. I think he came on because Eze was so poor and he lost his man. And I think that's why Trossard came on. Odegaard was our man of the match. And his running stats, he ran 11.7 kilometres. He was on the ball all the time. He made things happen. I think Eze is a big game player in terms of he has moments. But I think when you're away from home and you're coming against a really intense team, I think Eze can go missing for 60, 70 minutes. So, no, I don't agree. But Trossard, if he's fit, starts all day long.
Brilliant from you tonight, Nick. Enjoy your evening. These two could go on forever, so sorry, I've got to stop. Because actually, we have to move on to James, who is an Aston Villa fan. Welcome, James. You must be feeling pretty sprightly this evening. You've won 9 of your past, look at that, past 10 league games. You're in the title race, right?
Well, where are we in the league?
I think you're 3rd now. I think City have bumped you.
Are you genuinely title contenders though? Seriously?
Yeah.
Genuinely.
Why not, Jay? Why? What's your reasons for not?
Mm-hmm.
I'm just asking you if you're genuinely title contenders, or are you happy to just be where you are?
Look, I'm a realist, so
Thank you.
My friend Harry was always.
Are you happy? Would you be absolutely delighted with top 4, or are you actually title contenders? Because if you come out title contenders, if you finish outside the top 4, are upset. So are you a title contender?
If we fish out the top 4, I'm upset. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Fair play then.
Because they're 3rd and they're 3 points off Arsenal, who are top.
Why are we not? We've got one of the best managers out there in the league.
I'd agree with that for sure.
We've got depth in our squad now. We've got actually players across the midfield. Our midfield is insane. It's packed.
Yeah, I love
We've got Onana, Tielemans, Kamara. We've got McGinn. We've then got attacking talents such as like Rodgers. We've got Buendia. We've got Marlon.
So why were your fans hammering Rodgers early on in the season then?
Because he was terrible. Like you can have bad runs in the season.
You were saying I heard some of your fans saying, "Oh, he's not the player we thought he was," and blah blah blah. Now you're saying he's amazing, he's this and that.
Yeah,
come on.
Well, fans can be a bit fickle. I think you a couple of weeks ago might have not been saying the things you're saying about Arsenal tonight. Thank you.
No, I would always say the same things. I'm very consistent.
You carry on, James. Let's talk about Buendia because he's having a bit of a renaissance, isn't he? How good was he today?
It's fantastic. Like he's like a phoenix rising from the ashes. He reminds me of Alan Hutton back in the day.
James, I love your analogies tonight, mate. Honestly, I do.
So do I.
But he's awesome. He's been absolutely brilliant this season. One thing we've always said about him is that he's a bit lightweight. He can get knocked off the ball too easy. But I think he's really worked on that. And he comes on. He tries to do a little bit too many flicks and stuff, and doesn't keep it that simple. But he's popping on with the goals, and that's what we need. Watkins isn't firing, so we need goals from around the team, and Buendia is certainly delivering that.
James, one thing I would say about Buendia, I've always really liked him as a player. I just feel like he wasn't always in the right position, and that's because of Morgan Rodgers playing so well and being so dominant. But he's definitely got a great technique. He can shoot with either foot. He gets into them little spaces in between the lines. He's creative. And I always say, creative players are going to lose the ball a lot more because they want to try and get goals and get assists. I think he's been fantastic. Like you said there, he was a bit lightweight. That ACL injury obviously kept him out, but when you're injured, you're in the gym a lot. So you're doing, you're strengthening. But he's a great player to have. I mean, he's a great squad player to have as well, but I think he's got the potential to start.
Yeah, no, 100%. I think it's interesting because he can sometimes be a little bit inconsistent. Like a couple of games ago, he was a bit of a non-starter. He didn't really do much. But today, I think Emery noticed. I actually said just as he was bringing on Sancho and it was Sancho and Buendia, I think. No, Buendia came on, but Sancho was coming on, and your back four looked leggy. You were your back four. They were falling over the ball. We were getting chances, and Emery was going for it. Emery was like, we're gonna win this, and we did. We did with the last kick of the game. Buendia.
All right, James,
It
don't
was
rub it in,
limbs,
mate.
mate. Limbs.